Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Zai. You already know what time it is, but basically, man, you can tell by the byline exactly what I'm gonna get into, and that's Charleston White. Now, understand, man, before I even talk about him, man, shout out to all the people that's been really running with the channel and just basically starting to get my views back up again. I know it's mostly because what I talk about, but the fact that people are actually tuning in again is a plus. Now, I do got an event coming up on July 10th. I said it. I secured the spot in Temple City. So for the people that are familiar with SGV, that's exactly where it's going to be at. It's still LA County, like I said, but it's going to be in SGV. I changed the hours. I had no choice, basically, because the city ordinance only allowed for you to play music. Literally, it's supposed to be to 10, but I'm able to push it to 11, and then I must close it down. But that's time enough for people to actually get in there and do what they got to. Like I said, it's Torrizi 4200 is Silent Bay Recon. It's 362 Active, Don Jefe, Risky Rich, One Way Purple Demon, Official Young Blacks. There'll be a few people there that's going to be performing, but for the most part, those are who I got as of right now. I might have a few out of Orange County, or at least one or two. But besides that, man, basically, you can already tell by the byline exactly what I'm going to get into. And it's the dude Charleston White. Now, people have got at me for a long time, like, hey, won't you speak up on Charleston White when he said the things about the Asians before that, when he actually dissed Nipsey Hussle the first time, which, if you really listen to what he was trying to say, he said it in a way that it was ill-received, but he was trying to convey a certain message, basically, that nobody really spoke about Nipsey until after he died. Like, they didn't really know the real Nipsey Hussle. They knew the figure as far as like in the rap, but which was out of, you know, I don't know, he misspoke. Not even misspoke, but it's like hard to tell somebody that's from the same hood as Nipsey Hussle that you don't know him, or those who have affiliated with him. See, the problem with Charleston White is he's starting to bite off more than he can chew. When you first heard his story, it was more, he had a compelling story about how his life was, how it turned out, what he got into when he did the shooting or whatever, caught the murder, he got busted. And then he got out, you know, it's like one of those, like, you're looking like, okay, OG, whether he gangbang or not, it's like, oh, the OG, you know, did it, been there and done that, and he got out and actually making something himself. I mean, come on, you're on Vlad, which, even though we know what's up with Vlad, I can't say he's a Fed, but yeah, there's a lot of little different, but he's Vlad. That's he does exactly what he's supposed to do. He shouldn't. There should be some moral compass there. But I'm not here to talk about Vlad. I'm here to talk about Charleston White and the fact that he's really biting off more than he can stand to chew. I mean, for one, he's been a controversial figure since he first came out. And like I said, his message at first, I won't say was relatable, but it was like one of the things you had to look like, man, he was so articulate in the explanation of his life. It's like, man, you know, this guy is on point, but then he strayed from that and went into the more trying to get the internet to be on him. So in order to do that, I think he saw an opening and he took it. And that opening just happened to be talking about multiple people, because right now I don't think there's really anything that Charleston White is not talking about. He just dissed Nipsey Hussle. And not like he did last time when he was trying to basically say that people didn't know Nipsey Hussle. He literally came out his mouth and said, F this, F that, F this. And I just think that this dude is just, he's heading down the wrong path. But I get it. It's like China Max said, this dude is pimping. And people took it, it wasn't well received, because it's like, oh yeah, he's supposed to be pimping us. But I mean, to be honest, if you heard what Charleston White said, he said that basically he is pimping. That you, the audience, made him rich. See, he could probably say the same thing about me, because when he does talk, I'll go look at what he's saying to see exactly what type of controversial ish is coming out his mouth today. He's already dissed Asians. He's dissed like every known rapper that has any type of street cred or really in the streets with it. He dipped Nipsey Hussle, basically disrespected all Crips and Bloods, and just but it's the thing. It's like Charleston White is one of those individuals that he probably really don't have anything going for him. So without that safety, I mean, without that healthy fear of somebody doing something to him, he's talking reckless. Now, he just said something along the lines that, not even along the lines, but he said that he came to Cali 3 times and nobody did absolutely nothing to him. And I can get it. There's a lot of spots in Cali that you can come to where people are not paying no attention to you. Now, if you pull up in, if he would have pulled up in South Central and didn't have the same backing like 6ix9ine did, he would get smoked straight out. There's no way you could stand out there and say the things you said about him and think that you're gonna go back to where you live unscathed. That's more, we know, you know what I mean, for the people that actually live out here. It's the same if he went and disrespect the icon in New York, they'd kill him. In Texas, he's getting ran out of different parts because his mouth is doing this. But see, you got to think about it. If a PC snitch could walk around and say the things he say and just go unscathed, regardless if he's being watched, he basically snitched on all his crew, and he's still on the streets wilding out, and nobody does absolutely nothing to him. So people like that see cats like that and get emboldened. But I'm not really here to speak on the merits of Charleston White. It's more of those things to like have people pay attention to this guy, and possibly somebody that actually deals with him that would get at him and let him know like, hey, the stuff that you're doing is gonna cause you to get hurt. Now, I'm sure he has a complex just like every other dude that thinks it's like academics. Academics says he could talk about basically anybody he wants, as ain't nobody gonna touch it. Why? Because he's rich and he got security. This guy may not have that type of money, but I can guarantee you somewhere along the line, this dude is like a informant. He is something. Something about Charleston White speaks foul. It's one of those things. Like when I spoke in the one video about saboteurs, the fools that come to your neighborhood that ain't really been a part of your neighborhood, but they come there and do their little damage, destroy everything so the property value goes down, the gentrification, you know, the starters, the instigators of that. He's one of those guys. He's a saboteur. He's the ones that come and sow discourse. You can see what he's doing right now. Like his whole antics towards this dude didn't talk about Hispanics. He didn't talk about paisas, but he didn't talk about Asians. He talked about, first he's with the whites, then he's against the whites. He's pro-black, then he's not black. He F everybody. That's a type of dude that Charleston White is. I'm telling you, this dude has nobody's particular interest. He tries to say that about Atlanta not taking care of the kids. He tries to utilize all these different points in order to justify what he does. And watch, and if you really pay attention to him, like when he said he was talking about the Hispanics, and then somebody got at him and they're like, hey, you know, you'll get touched saying this and this and that. What he tried to do, clarify like, oh, I'm just talking about this. But them Cali Mexicans, they'll do this and this and that to you if you're like this. He always utilizes a certain group in order to justify, or basically like, hey, I said something about you, but hey, I'm on your side. Maybe not these ones right here, but I'm on these side. Now with the Asians, that seems to be the going sentiment amongst weirdos. Attack Asians, do away with Asians. Who cares if they use the N-word? They're you know, when you grow up in places like Sacramento, here, and your friends, that's the terminology that they use. You start to pick up certain things. And I'm not here to push an agenda of pro-black and all this, so I can't really say nothing about that. That would be a hypocrite. But who is Charleston White to tell anybody to do anything? I don't know. I know this video is see, the whole thing, like when it comes to Charleston White, I know just by utilizing his name in the byline, they're gonna, you know, people are gonna pay attention to that. Understand that I could have used his name a long time ago when he first was popping, when he first started saying controversial Say Cheese TV. Watch it. That channel got about 20 episodes on Charleston White. Anytime Charleston White says something, it pops out on that channel. And I'm not saying he works with the dude, but I'm saying like he's smart. He utilizes that dude in order, and I can guarantee he don't agree with his views, but he utilized that dude in order to garnish views. That's the whole point on YouTube, is talking about subjects that actually have people paying attention. Now, I'm not here to glorify Charleston White, because at the end of the day, you know, no offense to you, man, but you're kind of like trash. I mean, to disrespect, like, it's like if you're dealing with an individual that you actually had some type of animosity, like he did something to you personally, then disrespecting the dead is what it is. It's like you disrespect them because these are either the dudes that you've been going at it with forever, or they did some type of transgression against you or yours that would give you that sentiment. But this dude is disrespecting. You're disrespecting cats that did absolutely nothing to you. The Asians have never did nothing to you. You don't speak for the blacks. You can speak no more for the blacks than I can, or any other, because you're one person. You're not a god. You're not this and you're not that. So basically, you're a saboteur. Dudes like this are sent to cause discord. It's kind of like they said about me when I first started my channel. Oh, they sent this guy to cause chaos and have these guys at each other's throat. When I've always been like, you know, beefing over racist stupidity. It's not even. It doesn't do nothing for you financially. It doesn't do nothing for your people. It doesn't do nothing. All it does is have people lose their life over something that meant absolutely nothing in the first place. So I silence those critics. Every once in a while, you have somebody come on and they're new to the channel, so they'll automatically pass judgment. Oh, yeah, this guy is this and that. He don't care. You know what I mean? It goes with the territory, but that's YouTube. You gotta have a thick skin. You know what I mean? And it took me a long time to get it, because I usually, you know, I want to handle everybody that got something against me, but you can't beat everybody. And even if you could, 9 times out of 10, you end up in jail for the rest of your life. I know I got off topic, but that's basically telling you exactly, you know, what people thought about me. And this is exactly what Charleston White is. Now, when you talk about saboteurs and somebody to sow the seed of discord, is that guy right there. Because that's his whole thing, is to draw people in, to put people, because listen to his rhetoric, and then look at the news and start seeing all these. And not to say that he's directly responsible for that, but that type of negativity, spewing that bullshit out his mouth, will have other people reacting to him, because everybody is not the sharpest tool. And you know, and they're not the sharpest tool. You got people that are of my age that are still incorrigible, so certain things set them off. So this guy right here, it's like, Charleston White will go away when everybody stops talking about him. But unfortunately, I need to talk about him right now, because he's news. And he's a controversial figure. And there's something about him that don't fit right. It don't sit right with a lot of people. But for the most part, people pay him no mind. But if I was you, Charleston White, that's all I'm going to say, man. Stay out of Cali. And if you do, go somewhere where they're not really paying attention to you. But as you can see, you go to Sacramento. The Asians out there gonna have your head. You come to California, I don't think you only got to worry about the Crips. You got people that really, you know, see where Nipsey was going to and what he was trying to accomplish, and you're disrespecting the dead. Like, and see, that's the thing I tell you about him. You notice, like I said, he draws from different groups in order to refocus attention or try to take it up off of him. Like, oh, well, you're talking about us, Nipsey Hussle, but look, you got this dude from Inglewood family or whatever, or Inglewood crossing out this mural. But that's gangster, you know what I mean? It's goofy, but it's gang stuff, you know what I'm saying? So the comparison can't even be there. You're a dude from Texas that have nothing to do with California. You're disrespecting a Crip from California. You disrespect Mexicans. You disrespect anybody that you felt that would garnish you attention, and then when attention is placed on you, you try to run from it. You know what I mean? And for anybody that's paying attention, watch. Go back on everything he says, and he tries to get people on his side at the same time being disrespectful. These are saboteurs. Like I said, this you know, is all over the place, but I basically wanted to, you know, put it out there. Like I said, I could have utilized his name a long time ago, but it's time. especially before he ended up getting smoked. Because 9 out of 10, if he goes in the wrong place, he's not like 6ix9ine. He don't have feds on him 24/7. He don't have private security. He's not making that much money. He's not academic, which I got a video on academic too, and he's gonna be dead eventually. One slip up, they gonna be on his head. But anyways, with that being said, I'm your boy Zod. Hopefully you continue to watch the channel. I do got other videos coming out, music videos that, you know, right now I'm working on an album for the people that continuously ask me for it. But after this event is when I'll be able to really focus on it. Anyways, man, everybody enjoy your Saturday. And just, you know, pay this dude no mind. If you catch him, you know, might be doing the world a favor. But I don't incite violence anyways. Double S and I'm out.